Okay, hello. I'm sitting in my car. It's very quiet, and the only thing I can hear when I'm not talking is the sound of the tinnitus. And it sounds something like this. Like that. Yeah. Maybe kind of like crickets in the forest, but a little higher than that, even, I think. And can you see how I'm calm? I can hear the sound. It's there. Um, but I'm calm. So, some people theorize that we have in us that primitive being, that animal nature. Maybe we were the caveman, or not even that. Maybe we were just used to live out in the wild, and we didn't. There were wild animals, and dangerous things like weather. So our brains are programmed to be aware of any danger and to help us go into action to stop that danger from, to stay alive, to survive. And sometimes that brain kicks in at times that are not really needed, where we don't really need that thought pattern. Mm-hmm. So with the tinnitus, I know I did, and maybe you have also. You hear the sound, and you feel like you've got to do something about it. I'm talking slowly and sometimes stopping and hearing it, and I know it's not a danger. It's not going to harm me. I don't need to calculate ahead about how my life is going to be with this sound. I don't need to calculate ahead about maybe one day I'll be deaf. Maybe one day the tinnitus will be worse. These are thoughts that I don't need to deal with. I don't need to calculate about how I need to somehow handle this. I can just move on to another thought. And I've reached the point now where even I'm sitting in I'm not sure if I said this, but I'm sitting in the car. It's about the quietest place I can find. It's in the underground parking garage. There's no one else here. I don't Maybe I can detect a little noise outside. I've got the windows closed. But there's almost no sound except for the tinnitus. And there's my keys rattling. And I'm fine. There's nothing I need to fix. I don't need to do anything about the tinnitus. I'm not sure what I can do in the car here, but I could read a book or surf the internet in silence. Well, not in complete silence. I'll have the tinnitus there. But if I did start doing that, my thoughts would start to drift toward that. And I would still hear the tinnitus, but it would be like I'd forget about it sometimes. Because I'd be reading or I'd be doing whatever I'm doing. And it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. So how do you get to this? That's my question to you. I've gotten here. I always have the sound. And I'm okay. I don't need to solve anything. I don't need to fix anything. It's just me. And if the tinnitus were to go away tomorrow, it wouldn't change all that much. It'd be nice. I'd definitely have to party about that, but I'm fine. So that's what I hope I could convey to you, that you can just sit there with the sound and it doesn't drive you crazy anymore. You can just say, well, I accept it now. It's part of my life. I don't have to do anything. even in silence, it's kind of peaceful. Kind of like the crickets in the forest. It's just my silence. This is what my silence sounds like. It has the crickets in the forest. But it's mine. And I'm happy to be me. So it's not a threat. You're okay. You've been okay the whole time. But maybe just for a while, you worried you weren't okay. Well, let me tell you, you're okay. You can be with the tinnitus in silence and nothing's going to happen. Now, I'm about to leave the car and go upstairs, and in the house I have some fans running, and there's always some sound in the background. Excuse me. And it'll be a little easier to not think about the tinnitus. But I'm pretty relaxed, without it. Oh, but I did have one beer. And it was about an hour ago, and then I drove home. Oh, but I'm pretty sure my blood alcohol level was not high enough that I have to worry. So, but I should, I probably shouldn't report that on YouTube, right? But actually, I think I didn't do anything that was over the top. But anyways, yeah, I had a beer. I went to a nightclub, which I haven't done in a long time, and it was a bachata. They had a bachata dance lesson, and then some dancing afterwards, and the music was quite loud. And I really try to avoid places like that because I think it does make this tinnitus a little worse. But fortunately, it goes back down, or either that, or I just kind of, I get where, I do notice it a little more after. So I don't really like that situation. I haven't done it in a while, but it was nice to go, And I go to the dance studio a lot, and there they play music, but it's not that loud, and I feel like it's relatively, harmless. And I go on about with my life, and I dance, and I have fun. And maybe some things like that would be good for you too. Go enjoy some music or some dancing, some singing, some things where there's beautiful noises. Not only your tinnitus, which is also potentially could be regarded as a beautiful sound. As I said, I have the crickets in the forest, and that's my peace, my silence. I can sit in peace and in silence, hearing the sound, and I know that I'm okay. Oh gosh, it took me so long to be able to say that. and I started saying that, not believing it. I said things like, I love my tinnitus. It's such a wonderful sound. And I didn't really believe it as like, this is bullshit, this is bullshit, this is bullshit. But I kept saying it over and over again. I love my tinnitus. I'm not worried about it. I was worried about it. But then I started to believe it. And wouldn't it be worth trying? Wouldn't you rather be a little bit deluded but happy versus a little bit very realistic but always anxious, Mm-hmm. Can you start to believe that maybe? That tinnitus is not a threat. I'm in peace. It's a pleasant sound. It's my silence. It's a beautiful silence. I relax with this sound. Or is it a sound? Maybe it's just my silence. So think about that. Maybe you can just come down to a level of peace with it. And after all the struggle you've been through, you finally say, I'm letting go now. I know it's not a threat anymore. I accept it. It's my silence. It's not the same silence as other people, but it's mine, and I love it. Why not? Why not think that way? Maybe that would be better for you. Try. Okay. Best wishes. Have a good day.